Hello and welcome back to another episode of BeamNG with Alekius. Today we're showcasing, or at least starting with a showcase of the Seavane Sport from Dragon Premium Motors in Deluha, courtesy of LightningDragon. So this is a two-door coupe. Designed in 1976, releasing in 1981, rather lightweight, 1,945 pounds, rear-wheel drive, 5-gear manual, has an inline-4, 2-liter single overhead cam, 3-valve turbo, outputting 129 horsepower, for a weight to power ratio of 15, so this is pretty zippy. The automation stig puts it at a 2 minutes 32 seconds decimal 710 for the automation test track. That puts it at I think the Carmine Premium was faster, and that's it. So this, according to the automation stig, this is the second fastest car we've seen yet. Pretty aggressive cam, low RPMs, 56, 5700. Ooh, bit of oversteer, but it doesn't cascade, meaning it doesn't get out of control and send you flying out into a spin. A little bit of understeer at medium speed too, so let's see how... Woo! There we go. Alright. Not too bad. I'm going to have to be careful of counter steer, and that was without any gas added to it, so I'm now concerned about my ability to complete some of the tracks with this. It's not a heavy boost. Seems like it's a 9.5 pounds of boost through a wider RPM range, which is good, steady power. There's that oversteer. I just have to wait it out. 115 at the max. Oh, wrong way. Oh, bad. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle for me to get through everything with this car. He's not too far off. Alright, coming up on the chicane. Yeah, the front brakes are heavy. They leave absolutely no wiggle room for the steering. If you're braking fully, those brakes lock right up. Woo! And there's that float. She hits this point where suddenly she floats. I'm wondering if the wing on the back, when it was tuned in automation, it was good, but actually suffers from terminal oversteer without the wing, since BeamNG does not have a physics simulation for downforce. Which I hope they have plans to fix that at some point. It's a pretty poor automation test track. We'll see if we can't make that a little bit better later. Puts us at 0309.063. That's slower than the Carmine Premium, which also had a poor lap that I want to redo. Here we are on the handling course. I'm very concerned about this one. And she gets up to max boost very quickly. Like, I want to say at like 2,500 RPMs. She's at max boost already. There's a little bit of turbo lag from changing gears, but other than that, nice steady power. Bump did hurt our ability to turn right. It's doing okay. It's just heavy braking is not good for your ability to steer. And the oversteer, and it's sudden. I have a feeling I know what that graph looks like in automation. So I just have to brake sooner and get used to that. Going through the corners a little bit slower. Not trying to apply lots of power in the middle or early in the exit of a turn. To wait till she steadies up a little bit more. Like, if you look at my control inputs, see what I'm doing for the exit of corners. Ooh, a little bit too aggressive on that one. Third, that's a lot more respectable behind the Carmine Premium and the Warchet LS. It's 1 minute, 44 seconds, 829. Alright, here we are in the hill climb. Read one of the tooltips, found out there are blinkers, and automation actually maps it over, the controls over appropriately. Careful. The way this car floats is just so concerning. I'm interested to see how she'll do with all the weight transferred back the rear tires. Okay, not too bad through that last chicane. A little bit of understeer. Ooh. Now we do the split turn. Alright, now we start getting to the steeper uphill. As well as the rock fall. Due to the understeer, I'm going to go through this pretty cautiously. Not too much power coming out of that. So we steady up. I just have to roll into the power a bit more lazy than I'm used to. There we go. Handling the ice okay. Not too terrible. Got sideways. Whee, like a top. And she's our hill climb champion now. Once you tame her power, as if that's even possible. She's pretty fast, beating out the Warchech and the Balo. Alright, here we are in the Seavane on the downhill. How much wheel spin can we cause? Up to speed on the ice very quickly. I don't want to overdo it. Wondering if she'll understeer or oversteer with a lot of weight on the front. You would think understeer usually. Here we go. Brake for the last bit of ice. Now we're on stable asphalt. Into the first hairpin. A little bit of e-brake to help bring the front around. Leads me to believe she's leaning towards understeer with a lot of extra weight up forward. Fairly normal. Not an optimal line, but the car is a little difficult to control. Here we are on the next hairpin. Angle in for the third one, or is it the fourth one? I don't even know anymore. You'd think I would have counted all of them. I think that's the fourth one. No, that's the third one. This is the fourth one. Overdid it. Now she's probably gonna pull to the right. Well, no. Then into the last one. Lower it, and we have to be careful at the top of this hill, so we will tap the brakes. Get sideways, go through a shrub, almost overcorrect, get back onto the gas. That puts her at second behind the Carmine. Minutes 11 seconds 419. With any luck, I've cut this in appropriately, but here we are back on the automation test track, which means that outtake is in the outtakes probably. I'm gonna try this again because I want to give her a good time on this. Learned a little bit better on how to control the vehicle with the limitations of BeamNG. And or the designer. It might be a design flaw, not BeamNG that is at fault, but I trust Lightning. I think he knows what he's doing. I would also think that the BeamNG people know what they're doing, but they're focused on the soft body crumpling. Slowly ease in, and then we can floor it once we get semi-straight. Do a couple corrections. High-speed section is going to be a little bit sketchy. There we go. Have to goose it over a little bit and then wait while she settles out. Oh, we got squirrely again. There we go. So yeah, that hurts her time, but that's not too bad. That's a lot better than the first time around. Coming up on the chicane, start braking at 100. Brakes are sufficient, but I want to start early, let the suspension calm down before we start making the turn. Something like a chicane. Coming into this corner all right. Came in a little bit hot, so we're running wide. I believe this is the Cossack corner, and we can be a little bit aggressive with it. I don't want much gas until we get to the top, then we can floor it. Lamb's Hope. Brake, angle in, straighten, floor. Home stretch. That should have shaved something like 15 to 20 seconds off. And gives us the best time yet. That's more of what I'm expecting. Alright, here we are in the Seavane on the city course. It was designed in 1976, produced in 1981. And I have discovered that she handles with throttle control pretty well. Just gotta be careful with the throttle. Not floor all the way down. Until she's steadied up. Across the church, onto the downhill portion to test the suspension, which I think is good for about 50 miles an hour. We've caught air on that first lip before. Still bottoms out at 50 to 60, but not catastrophically. Goose it for that last bit because we want to be careful with this part. Much better than last time. Squeeze through the curbs. Let up on the gas. Get on it again. This time starting to brake. One pylon early. Tapping the curb, hopefully not damaging the suspension. We'll come to the interchange. Past the car garage. Enter past the gas station, which we will slow down for. Car repair shop. Doing good business today. And then the cement factory. It's our home stretch. Take it easy on this turn. Get up the hill. And roll into the gas. And across the finish line. For our fastest city course yet, I'm glad I put in the effort to get her a good lap time. I think she's well on the way to probably having the fastest we've had yet. Here we are on the highway strip, where I imagine she will do very well and solidify her place as the new king of our little test series. And with a sub 17 second quarter mile, that's pretty darn good. It's not the best. I think Carmine had a better one. It's quite possible that her top speed might be limiting her. Just doesn't have enough oomph in this last gear. And that is the case. For 16 seconds. 883 for the quarter mile. And then 0:42 seconds, 646 for the total. But, as you can see here, that still puts her faster than the Warcheck, faster than the Carmine. Overall, just hammering these times. Could redo a couple of these other ones, although the Warcheck did pretty well all the way across. I didn't flag any for redos. The Carmine could redo the automation test track, but I imagine that'll shave off 10 to 15 seconds. That actually would be really close. We might have to do that someday, but not today. For now, the Seavane can be king. Here we are in the Carmine PremLS. Carmine, having been designed in 1974 and released in 1978, this is the LS trim, was then designed in 1979 and produced in 1982, so right around the same time as the Seavane. That makes this from Lightning Inc. in Fruinia. She is a two-door sport coupe, weighs 2,437 pounds, rear-wheel drive, 5-gear manual, and sports a V8 4-liter dual overhead cam, 4 valves, called the Super by Lightning Inc. with a dual exhaust. This is a full liter more than the previous Carmine and outputs 330 horsepower for a weight to power ratio of 7, being our highest yet. Be interesting to see if we can get this to go around the track. And she's obnoxiously loud. It's alright, post-production will get that down. Ooh, well, even more squirrely than the Carmine. It doesn't even shift out of first gear until 75 miles an hour. And has the power to back it up, since she's not sluggish in the gears. Woo! And I had not mentioned it, but the automation Stig managed to turn her around the course in 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Excited to see what speed she gets up to on the downhill, but I'm a little concerned about her high speed. Oh lordy, that's not good. Woo! Flashbacks of my NASCAR 98 days with a good buddy of mine. I remember him complimenting, "How did you not hit any of those walls?" A knowledge of how the physics of a spinning car work. Woo! Jerked to the right there. Just let the sand slow her down. Good grief sauce. Come around the chicane. Significant oversteer. Not sure the heavier engine makes her front heavy. Spins the back round. And if the torque curve is a little uneven, making her float a bit like the what was it? The Kachan. The pony car from Kiev Motors. Hold that speed, still gets sideways. Use that oversteer to advantage, get around that corner quickly. Ooh-wee. Sub 3 minutes at least. Puts her in 5th. Here we are on the handling course. Definitely an aggressive cam profile. It is a little sluggish off the line. But I think the cam profile is appropriate for the rest of the range. gauge just how the torque profile is in that 5,000 to 6,000 range. Love the guttural sound of a hefty cross-plane V8. I think I'm getting used to the car now, more or less. Even rubber on that little hillock. I think with the appropriate driver and control setup, I think a dual stick controller is ideal for this kind of vehicle. This could very well be our new leader, easily. With me driving with a dual stick controller, she might not be. Let's see what her time is right now. First, okay. Quite likely she's going to knock the Seavane off of her seat rather quickly, if this is how it's going to be. Buck 38, ahead of the Warcheck, the Carmine, and the Seavane. Here we are on the hill climb now. Notice that first 10 mile an hour is slow. Then she just opens right up. Even with moderate turns, you gotta let up off the gas. Make sure you have plenty of weight on the front wheels to turn. So I think she is going to do very well at this. Not because she's great at turning. It's more like an American muscle car, honestly, where she goes really fast in a straight line, slow down to these sub-race speeds, really slow turns, and then just floor it in these straights, no matter how short, to make up the time you'll lose in those corners. Around the rock fall, and we're going to be careful because we have this gutter. Then this hairpin. There we go. And the bane of any muscle car ever, the ice. So her low traction capabilities expect to be pretty poor. But she has some weight. Woo! Which also means she has some inertia. Miles an hour is not bad for this section. Ooh, not coming around. There we go. Got the grip there. Second by 1.5 seconds behind the Seavane. I think this is going to be one of our closest races yet. And here we are at the beginning of the downhill. Try to maintain about 30 to 35. It's not hard to get up to that speed, even on the ice. Icy hairpin that I never count because I have to go around it so slowly. Onto the downhill ice where we'll let weight drag us down. Get on to the less icy portion. make our turn, and then we can afford to go a little bit faster. Come to the first real hairpin. Use a little bit of gas to cause that oversteer, so she gets around that corner quickly. Slow down for the rock fall. Once I got it straight, open her up. Get back on the brake in time for this hairpin, or the split hairpin. Get on to the next hairpin. Oh, not quite. Too hot into that one. Now we're on to the fourth one. Oh, getting squirrely. Try to minimize that. Damage the radiator though. Go with it. It's not much of a slowdown. Come on, you can do it. Rest of the way. There we go. Just behind the Carmine. I think that's just because of the controllability of the power. Here we are on the city course. Carmine LS. This ought to be an entertaining romp around the city. Imagine there will be no property damage. Alright, I'm really focusing. Now we'll get to the suspension, which Carmine was able to handle this reasonably well. Seavane not so much. Okay, I think 70 is about as much as I want. Come around the corner. Take it easy. Get past the curbs. Brake early. Oh, geez. Narrowly avoiding a disaster. Oh, nope. We skipped it off that curb, and that definitely warped the tire. Or damaged the suspension linkages. And now we come around to the parking garage and the gas station. Ooh, that's a little dicey even in a straight line with the way the tire's pulling. Get her up this hill and around the corner, I think we'll be scot-free. Knock on wood. And she turns a faster lap than anyone else. Alright, here we are on the highway strip. First time we've ever had to redo it. Carmine LS, let her open wide. We might even see the 5th gear of this thing. Forgot it was a 5-gear manual until I was checking my notes. Very careful with the control inputs. There we go, 5th gear, 148. Easily a new record. 0, 15771, which is a new record above the Carmine Premium. And then a 035792. It's only our second vehicle to get below 40 seconds. The other one being the Carmine Premium, non-LS model. So she quickly knocks the Seavane off of her pedestal and puts the Vorjek in her place, as she's pretty much cremated the competition all across the board, with the exception of the automation circuit, and that's just because the power is hard to apply. And the high-speed handling is scary, as can be seen in the outtakes. And here, what the people watching the automation series have been cringing to see: the totally blinged out, chrome everywhere hypercar, the Rasowy. This is designed in 1973, released in 1982, long production cycle. Thus she is a two-door coupe hypercar. Arguably a supercar. She only weighs 1,872 pounds, rear-wheel drive, 5-gear manual, has a Boxer 4-cylinder engine, 1.4 liter, turbocharged, with a DCOE carburetor. Not a combination you see often. But this nets her 202 horsepower and a weight to power ratio of 9. Of the cars we have tested so far, including the ones in this episode, the automation Stig put her around this course in 2 minutes and 18 seconds, a second and a half faster than the Carmine Premium LS. So let's see how she does. A little bit of oversteer. We expect that with the sports vehicles. Handling is good. Oversteer is not uncontrollable and seems reasonable. Woo! And all over the place. Wow, that was sudden. And I do not have an explanation yet, although I think by the end of this episode we'll have an idea. Coming up on the U-turn. We'll come around and hit the downhill. She only has 10 pounds of boost because she's carbureted. If we do any more, it heavily reduces the reliability of the engine to the point where it might not even work. Just because it's... Oh geez, she floats at high speeds. That's the problem. That's going to hurt her times, but that's okay. Yeah, carbureted engines, they can only take so much boost, otherwise you blow out the carburetor and it doesn't work. Stiffer suspension might help. Does look sufficiently shiny in BeamNG. Get through the chicane, going pretty slow. I don't think she's going to take the crown from the Carmine Premium LS. Has wide enough tires, seems to be able to handle things, but when they break free, it's deadly. Come up to the Cossack corner. We loaded the shocks, unfortunately. Causing us to spin out like that. He is very hard to control. I don't think this is one I can just do with throttle control either. A little unstable. Brings her 6th. I am going to red mark that lap until such time as I might be able to get around to giving her a better lap time. Puts her behind. Alright, here we are on the handling course. I'm pretty concerned about her ability to complete, but the lower speeds have tended to be kind to the performance vehicles that are really pushing the edges of engineering for whatever time period they belong. Okay, there we go. Her low speed handling is fine. Even under power. Just high speed, she gets pretty sketchy. I'm wondering if I go back if any of the cambers are set too aggressively. Thus makes the tires prone to breaking free at an unexpected and unfortunate time. Yeah, not even the moderate speed corner for the handling course is she's doing well at. Yeah, I'm putting her in the dirt a lot, but she's doing just fine. And across the finish line. That's a new record by such a landslide. That low boost turbo adds power all across the range, so even on the low end, she's getting a good amount of boost. Here we are on the hill climb. And as I was saying, the low end boost is really helping. High rev limiter goes up to 8,500. And anything past like 3,000 RPMs under throttle is getting 10 pounds of boost. Ooh, squirrely under braking conditions. That may be part of the problem. The front brakes are too aggressive. It's causing the back tires to rise up off the ground. Or lift, not off the ground, that's silly. Lift up enough that they are, the back tires are breaking free. That may be the problem that we're encountering. And if that's the case, the natural inclination is that this vehicle is going to try to kill you if you panic and stomp the brakes. Alright, now to see how she handles the ice. She's lightweight with big tires. Acceleration seems to be fine. Oh, tapping the guardrail. I think she's pulling to the left now. Come around to the right. Don't want to go down the cliff. And floor it. And where's that put us? Number 1. Surprise, surprise. Here we are in the downhill, and I'm starting to think the Rasowy might have a chance at taking the crown back from the Carmine LS. This has been an interesting episode. 3 high-performance sports cars. Just a little concerned because if heavy braking is what's causing the instability in this car, then the downhill section is she may underperform at. Since I'm gonna have to slow down to prevent those rear tires from lifting too much and breaking free. But it is helping the front end to do its job. Now, this may be more of a brake balance issue than anything else. I hadn't really considered that. It's not something I'm thinking about in automation, is how the brake balance will affect how the car turns. I'm just kind of picking it based on what works and minimizes costs. But if I'm setting the brake balance way too far forward, it causes this sort of issue. Woo! Oh man. Well, that's not pretty. And she still takes it. I don't really feel like doing that again. I'll just red flag that. And I think I'm pretty confident with that kind of time that the Rasowy is definitely a hypercar. Here we are on the city course with the Rasowy. Has a good chance of taking the crown back. But with her instability, she's a little bit scary, so there's no guarantee. She does take the corners rather well. She has good power all the way across her power band. She has a race suspension, so these hills are a little bit sketchy. Not too bad. Able to handle it all right. Come around and we hit the coastal road. Okay, we'll go for the inside track. Woo! That was exciting. Get it floored to go on the uphill. Towards the gas station. Past the car repair shop and the cement factory. It's that uphill that helps her turn around. And floor it for the win. By almost 10 seconds. Here we are on the highway strip, and I think Lightning and I have really hit the stride in automation where you really start to see some crazy cars. That's led to some of the most spectacular crashes we've had. 15.5, that is 0.2 of a second better than the Carmine Premium LS. However, the Carmine Premium LS might be faster on this segment. Yeah, it is. Carmine gets to retain its title as fastest. For the 1 mile, but loses the quarter mile to the Rasowy. However, the Rasowy is a clear 15 seconds faster. And we saw this. This was not planned. I just looked at it and I'm like, alright, this one released first. These ones were designed around the same time, but let's see how the V8 handles. Like, it was a toss-up whether to do the Rasowy or the Carmine. I was like, guess skip precedence. If I'm feeling even about it, let's do the Rasowy last. I was, especially after doing the automation circuit and having a poor time, I was thinking, oh yeah, the Carmine looks like our new winner. But I'll be darned if she didn't start really performing, especially on that handling course. She's got a lot of low-end power because her power band is super wide on that turbo. I mean, it's only 10 pounds of boost, and it's spread across from like 3,000 RPMs all the way up to 8,500. Like, that's a great power band for a turbo. But leaves her a little bit underwhelming on total power for a turbo. And you have the turbo lag and all that, but it paid off. She does very well at the low end. Of course, we can't end the episode without destroying the evidence. This time, imports from Fruinia and Aluha. Now let's see how we can go. Right here. Almost hit the track. And I think that'll do for the Seavane, but we have 2 vehicles. And here we are in the Carmine LS. Low end being a little weak. Oh, and we spun her out. Oh, that's a very satisfactory crush. Blunt the whole nose. Here we are in the Carmine LS. Take it easy so we don't spin out. Because everyone wants to hit that loop. Woo! We're gonna get some good height with that one. Oh! On its side. Well, I think that effectively destroys that car. Sure, they might find a tag that says this is a Carmine LS. They'll be like, this is a fake. I appreciate you joining me. It's been an interesting, wild ride with how everything turned out. Showing it all here in case you want to take one last look. And with that, I appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a message below. And I will see you next time. Take care.